Hello, I am here today offering, this is a Janome New Home sewing machine, and it is in mint condition. It's one owner. I got it from a lady. It was her mother's, and this is a zigzag machine. You can see there's a lever here for the stitch width, and there's a locking nut so that you can move it to where you want it to stay by unscrewing this, and you move it and then lock it down and it won't go past that point. So then you also have the stitch length, which is here, and it clicks. It's such a nice machine. Here's your reverse, push it in for reverse, and then it has a darning where you can raise or lower the feed dogs. So that brings them down, and this brings it to sew. And then this is your bobbin winding gear. It's interesting, it's got this red knob. You just push on the knob and like that, and it locks it against the balance wheel. And so then it has an automatic where it will, when it gets to a certain point, come off. So it's an automatic button or bobbin winder. It does have the motor and light block mechanism. And it's hard to see, but I do have an LED light put in here, and which makes it nice and bright, not overly bright. And then of course your tension. So I've got a spool of thread, and I'm actually using the spool holder, and it comes across the top, down through the thread tension, up through the check spring, and then behind this bar up to the thread guide, the thread needle, the needle threader, down through these guides, and then it goes from left to right. And so I'm going to go ahead and sew so you can see how beautifully this machine and how nice and sturdy and steady it goes. Then it back tacks. Let me go in reverse and forward again. Now I'm going to put the needle was down, and I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to do some zigzags so you can get a feel for that. But before I do, I am going to show you the stitches. Look at how beautiful and perfect that stitch is. And there's the back side. Perfect stitches. Okay, so I'm going to now put it on zigzag, and so we'll start with, say, about a 3, which is really the normal, and I'm going to bring this a little closer, say 1.5, put my presser foot down and let her go. And I'm going to turn the corner so you can see, look at those stitches. Just beautiful. Perfect. Front and back. Now I'm going to do it a little bit wider. I'm going to put it to the max, to 5. And then as I do the next row, I'm going to make it tighter and tighter so you can see how well it does zigzag to a satin stitch. So here we go. you can see I've got it at half, a little bit less than half. And let's see how close together that is. Well, it could get a little closer, so let's go ahead and get her closer. So it can be a really nice, so if you were doing a buttonhole or if you were doing an applique, you would want it, oops, I'm not far enough. Let me go a little bit further. Okay. And here we go. Try and keep it straight. Okay, you can see it will go very tight. Very, very tight. And it will also, of course, sew on a button, because you can put it to 0 and then it won't move at all. And sew on buttons. You just do it about 5 or 6 times and the button's done. And you can do a back tack if you like to lock the stitches. You're supposed to go back and away. Oops. I didn't have my needle up far enough. And so you can see it would have put on a button. So you can see it does a beautiful stitch. Here we have a satin stitch, and then a zigzag more for an applique, and then for finishing off seams so that they don't unravel, etc. For whatever reason. So that is this sewing machine. It does have a 15 size bobbin, so they're plentiful. It looks like new. I mean, this machine looks like it's, you know, was made maybe, you know, a few years ago. It is just in really beautiful condition. There's just 2 little chippies, one here and one here, and that is it. The rest is spotless. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I know you'll love this machine. Like I said, it is just a fantastic machine. It was definitely made in Japan. It's one of the JA series. It's a new home. On the motor it does say Janome, as you can see. And it comes with a case. The case is original, and it does say new home on it. And it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it looks like it's a vintage case. So I didn't do anything to it. Oh, it is missing this one end hook, so you can't carry it by the handle. But I tell everybody, don't carry them by the handles anymore, because they're too old. This side is there and working fine. It's just missing that one side, which I'm sure you can have your significant other put on just replace that hasp. Okay, thank you for watching, and I know you're going to enjoy this beautiful new home sewing machine. Bye.